If you're a nature photographer like me and you're thinking about purchasing a kayak or canoe and photographing from your boat, or maybe you're somebody who already has a kayak or a canoe and you're thinking about combining that with your photography, I might have some good information for you. So the boat I chose to paddle is a lightweight solo canoe. It weighs 39 pounds, 14.5 feet. And I chose this boat for a lot of reasons, but probably the two most important things I considered are, first of all, that it's lightweight and small enough that I can handle by myself. I need to be able to carry this boat to and from my car. Sometimes I have to carry it quite a distance. And I need to be able to get it up onto my car by myself. I don't want to be hindered in any way that I have to rely on another person or use a trailer to get my boat on the water. The bottom line is I want to be able to access the water with my boat at any time. The second most important thing about this boat is that I have access to my camera equipment at all times. Right now I have a Pelican Case sitting in front of me, and I can open that Pelican Case and access my camera equipment at any time. So it's really important to me that I am able to do that. If I have everything packed away in a hatch, I can't get to it. That's not ideal for my photography. A really important thing to consider when you're purchasing a kayak or canoe is the paddle that you're going to use. The paddle that I use is a lightweight ZRE canoe paddle. It weighs a whopping 8 ounces. Amazing. So I can do this all day long without breaking my shoulders. So consider the weight of your paddle. This is a carbon fiber paddle. That's why it's very lightweight. Think about that and compare it to this type of paddle. This is a very heavy, I wouldn't even venture to guess, but it's over a pound, I'm sure. Plastic paddle, aluminum plastic paddle, and if I were to have to paddle with this all day, it would kill my shoulders. So it's kind of like the analogy of buying a very expensive camera and then buying a cheap lens to go with that camera. Same thing with the boat and the paddle. You buy a nice boat and then you get a cheap paddle to go with it. You're not going to spend too much time in that boat, that expensive boat, I guarantee you. So as far as photography from a boat goes, probably the two most important things to consider are the stability of the boat. And here in South Florida, I'm fortunate enough that I can photograph in shallow water, and sometimes I can just put my foot over the side and stabilize my boat that way. There's one right there. So the other way that I stabilize my boat is I use stick-it pins. So you can see I have one attached here, and then I have a second one that I can attach here. And basically what I'm doing is I'm wedging the boat between these two pins, and that helps stabilize it. And this is great for when I can't get out of the boat, and that's often the case, either because the mud is too soft and I don't want to sink up to my hips in it, or I'm photographing wading birds and I don't want to stand up and get out of the boat and scare them away. So I hope I've convinced you that there are plenty of ways that you can photograph successfully from a boat. So if you're considering buying that boat or combining your photography with your boat, Think about several things. Think about, of course, the cost, and that includes the cost of the paddle. Think about how easy it is for you to handle it by yourself, if that's important to you. Think about how you're going to transport it. So, for a car or a truck, the rack that you're going to need to purchase, possibly. And think about how you're going to store it. Other things that you have to consider as well, you need certain safety equipment. You need a personal flotation device, a PFD or a life jacket, which I'm not wearing right now, but I have it in my boat at all times. You might need some other safety equipment. Do you have a GPS? Are you willing to bring your phone out on your boat? Sometimes if you're going on long distances, you might need some more sophisticated safety equipment, like a VHF radio or a personal location beacon. Think about all the equipment that you're going to be bringing, your camera, and how are you going to keep that safe and dry? Pelican cases, dry bags, this sort of thing. If you have any questions about photographing from a kayak or canoe, please contact me. You can visit my website at constancemeyerphotography.com. You'll find my email address there as well. You can always leave a comment and question here. And please, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for looking on, and I'll see you soon.